Hello, hello, welcome back to my channel where it's Champions League football back. The group stages start tomorrow and Liverpool are going to be starting against Napoli. Now, just a couple of things I want to say before I basically start. Napoli finished second last season to Juventus. They were very, very close to winning Serie A last season. Just kind of lost their way a bit. Wheels kind of went off a little bit. But having said that, they have managed to keep the majority of their squad. Obviously, there are a few players that have gone out, notably Raul Albiol. And also Vlad Kirikesh. Obviously, Vlad Kirikesh, if everyone will remember him, he was a Romanian defender at Tottenham. So obviously he's gone. So it's they've managed to keep most of their squad, and actually also one of their main players, Simone Verdi, he's also left to join Turbino. So it's going to be a very, very interesting game. Obviously, Napoli have also met Liverpool already this season. They met them at Murrayfield, and I was lucky to go there. And unfortunately, it was a 3-0 win to Napoli that day. But they've only met 5 times in Europe, in fact. Now, obviously, the past meetings, we all remembered about last season. Obviously, Liverpool winning 1-0 against Napoli. Milik has that chance right at the end to give probably Napoli a chance to be second to PSG. And unfortunately, Alisson saved it fortunately for us, obviously. But so they'll be out for revenge. But obviously, past meetings, Liverpool won 1-0. Obviously, Salah scored that day. Napoli won 1-0. I think it was Insigne that scored for Napoli that day. Back in 2010, if you remember, Liverpool won 3-1 against Napoli in the Europa League. This was obviously when Roy Hodgson was in charge of Liverpool. And it was a Steven Gerrard hat-trick that day as well. And then obviously there was a 0-0 between Napoli and Liverpool. And like I said, Liverpool versus Napoli at Murrayfield was 3-0 to Napoli. So I will come on to the players of Napoli very, very soon. But for Liverpool, obviously, 20-man squad that Jurgen Klopp has took with him to Italy and San Paolo. And the 20-man squad is as follows. So Fabinho, Van Dijk, Wijnaldum, Lovren, Milner, Firmino, Mane, Salah, Gomez, Adrian, Henderson, Ox, Lallana, Lonergan, Shaqiri, Brewster, Robertson, Matip, Kelleher and Alexander-Arnold. So that's the 20-man squad that Liverpool have taken to San Paolo. So obviously let's go into a wee bit of details between these. So obviously the Liverpool team that played Napoli at Murrayfield, it had Simon Mignolet in goal, and then it was a back four of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Joel Matip, Virgil van Dijk, Andy Robertson, and then it was Fabinho, James Milner, Jordan Henderson, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Adam Lallana, I think, I can't remember rightly, and Divock Origi as well. So so obviously there's a few players in that team that still remain. Obviously, Simon Mignolet being the notable absentee for this one. Obviously, he's at Club Brugge now, and they will be in Champions League action as well. It's going to be very, very good, this one. Obviously, Alisson is still out injured as well. Naby Keita looks like he could be back for the weekend against Chelsea. It looks like he could be back, but then again, I don't know if it's right to rush him back. So, in my opinion, I think that this is the team that Jurgen Klopp will go with to play Napoli tomorrow. So I'm going to go for Adrian, then I'm going to go for Trent Alexander-Arnold, Joel Matip, Virgil van Dijk, Andy Robertson. Now, there has been doubts of Andy Robertson. He did not train today, so Liverpool will assess him for this game. So it'll be interesting to see if Robertson doesn't make it, then does James Milner come into left back? He's obviously played there before. Mr. Reliable, of course, is Mr. James Milner. So it'll be very, very interesting to see if he manages to make it, Andy Robertson. But for me at the moment, I'm going for Robertson to play at left back. Then three midfield. I'm basically Fabinho played at the weekend. I think he'll keep his place. I think he played very well. Wijnaldum, I think he'll keep his place as well. Jordan Henderson will definitely come in for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I think he was rested definitely for the Napoli game. So Jordan Henderson will come back in. And then it's your front three. Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino will obviously come back in for Divock Origi, who will miss this game. And he could be out for a wee couple of weeks, we're led to believe as well. And then obviously Salah up front. And then obviously your bench. So obviously there's 20-man squad for Liverpool. So obviously I've done the main 11. So my bench would be Kelleher, Gomez, Milner, Lallana, Shaqiri, Ox, and Ryan Brewster. So could Ryan Brewster make an appearance off the bench? That would be interesting to see as well. So obviously Liverpool are 5 from 5 in the Premier League so far this season. So you know it's going really, really well for Liverpool. So this is going to be a very, very tricky game. Actually, the last time obviously Liverpool played in San Paolo, they didn't have a single shot on target the last time, so they will definitely need to improve that to get anything out of Napoli as well. You know, obviously, like I've said, the past 5 meetings, there's not been much goals between them, and you know, obviously Liverpool, Liverpool haven't won in Italy at Sao Paulo, so that's going to be interesting to see for this game as well. But like I said, I hope it's enough to get something from that. But I think this team that I've picked, I think it is probably a team that is definitely capable of going there and grabbing something, whether it's a win or whether it's a draw. It'll be a test. It'll be a big test, I think, and I'm glad that we're getting Napoli out of the way to begin with, because I think had we had them probably closer sort of towards the end, then there might be a bit of a problem. But the fact is that I think it is going to be very, very interesting, this game, and you know, if we were to get a point from this game, then I don't think it's a disaster, because I think the other 2 teams in the group, Salzburg and Genk, I think they are 2 good sides, but I don't think they're capable of going to Napoli and winning. So I think if we were to get something, then I think it'll be very, very a very good point. So that's Liverpool. Now Napoli, let's go through their squad. So obviously goalkeepers, we have Alex Merry, we have David Ospina, and we have Orestes Karnisis, who used to play for Watford, of course, and obviously David Ospina obviously used to play for Arsenal. Defenders, obviously we've got Kalidou Koulibaly, obviously a defender that is obviously wanted by the big clubs. He was wanted by Manchester United, wanted by Manchester City. I'm quite surprised he's still there, but he is still there. Kostas Manolas, he's a new one. He's obviously joined from Roma. So, you know, he was one of the standout players, actually, in that friendly. He was absolutely outstanding for Napoli in that friendly. So, obviously he's there. Nikola Maksimovic, I don't know him at all. Lorenzo Tonelli, Sebastiano Leporto, Fauzi Goulam, of course, he's been linked with a few clubs. Bayern Munich were linked with him earlier this season as well. Mario Rui, Elside Hazaj, another very, very good player for Napoli. Kevin Malcuit and Giovanni De Lorenzo. So that's the defenders. Midfielders, we have Allen, we have Fabian Ruiz, Piotr Zielinski. Now there's a name that Liverpool fans will obviously remember. Brendan Rodgers was definitely after him a wee while ago. So he obviously chose Napoli. So he's Liverpool fans will definitely remember him. Eldrich Elmas, don't know much about him. Gianluca Gaetano is the other midfielder. Now, obviously, to any Napoli fans, I'm sorry if I get the pronunciation wrong of your players. I've done my research, and this is obviously your squad. So obviously, attack Lorenzo Insigne. In the friendly game, he gave Trent Alexander-Arnold a really hard time. Scored 2 beautiful goals as well. So he's going to be he's going to be a threat. And I think he did score the winner for Napoli in Italy last season. So it's going to be another very tricky test. Hirving Lozano, like everyone else, obviously PSV, played for PSV last season. And quite surprised he he was linked with a few English clubs, Manchester United notably, for Hirving Lozano. So that's an interesting one. So it's going to be very interesting to see if he starts this one. Yarmin Yunis, don't know much about him. Leandrinho, I'm guessing he's a Brazilian. Obviously Jose Callejon, obviously he was notably with Real Madrid a couple of seasons ago. Arnato Ziccaretti, I think that's how you pronounce it. Arkaduez Milik. Now, obviously, he'll want to try and score against Liverpool. So this will be a very good test for him. Dries Mertens, obviously, know all about him, and a very, very good player for him. And then last but not least, I did not know this, Fernando Llorente. Now, obviously, he was pivotal in Tottenham getting to the Champions League final last season. Obviously, scoring the winner, what was to be the winner, the vital away goal for Tottenham to win on away goals at Manchester City. So. Be very, very interesting. Obviously, I was looking at Napoli's. Obviously, they won 2-0 at the weekend against Sampdoria. Now, obviously, in the Serie A, you get 11 substitutes. Fernando Llorente did come on in that game, so they've got a really decent squad. I think it's another main season for them to obviously challenge Juventus at the top. As well. Obviously, they were involved in a 4-3 classic between Juventus and Napoli. Obviously, Khalidou Koulibaly scored an OG that day. So I actually reckon that this squad is definitely capable of challenging for to win Serie A this season. So it's going to be another very interesting time of it, I think. Now, score prediction. The fact that it's in Italy, I just think that if we can get anything out of Italy, I think it'd be a fantastic result and a very good start to the Champions League group. Because, like I said, I don't think it's not going to be an easy game because Napoli are a very, very good side, obviously managed by Carlo Ancelotti. He's obviously said in his press conference that Napoli have definitely improved. So obviously, and the fact is, obviously, Liverpool 6 times European champions. Everyone will be gunning for them this season, and I think it is going to be a very tricky game. I do see Napoli scoring because obviously that firepower is going to be very interesting. Defensively, they're not so great at the back, but through midfield and attack, they're very, very good as well. So I think this is going to be a very, very big test for the Reds for this one. So, in my opinion, there's not much goals, like I said, between the sides. My score prediction is going to be a 1-1 draw. I'm going for a 1-1 draw. I'm going for Sadio Mane to score because Sadio Mane is on absolute fire so far, and Liverpool are obviously wanting to get him tied down to a new contract as well. And I'm going to go for the man of the moment for obviously Napoli is Lorenzo Insigne. He seems to terrorise Liverpool every time he seems to play them. So I think he will probably score. But if we can get a draw, that would be fantastic. It'd be a fantastic start to the Champions League group. And obviously there's Salzburg and Genk playing in the other game as well. So that'll be very, very interesting as well. So yeah, for me, I'm going for a 1-1 draw. Wouldn't be a disaster of a result, but I just think that being realistic, I think it's very, very tricky to go to Italy and get something, but I think it would be a very, very good result if we could get a draw. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 for Liverpool, for Napoli against Liverpool. Now, guys, if you want to have your starting 11s in the comment section below, then please feel free to do so. Obviously give me your score prediction as well, and tell me how you think the game will go as well. But yes, the Champions League is back. Looking forward to tomorrow's game. It's going to be a real test for the 6 times European champions, and shall be a very interesting game as well. Now, coming up tomorrow on this channel, Champions League predictions. I will be doing Champions League predictions, but I'm going to do them slightly differently. So what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to basically do the Tuesday games first, and then obviously on the Wednesday I will do the Wednesday games, and I'm also doing Europa League predictions as well on Thursday, but that is only for the British clubs. I think I would be here probably a long time getting through most of the Europa League Europa League teams in there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, trying to bring more content to this channel as well. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll be back tomorrow with my Champions League predictions for Tuesday. And yeah, keep liking, subscribing, and hit that notifications button. Hit that bell in the right hand corner for getting every upload, every video. So yes, so thank you very much for watching. Come on Liverpool, this is going to be a very hard game, like I've said. So yeah, looking forward to it. Napoli against Liverpool tomorrow. I think it's 8 o'clock. I think they've now put 8 o'clock fixtures now for the Champions League. So you know that's something you have to so yeah. Come on Liverpool. Hopefully the Reds can get something from Napoli. So thank you very much for watching. This means more. See you later, everybody.